Shiki XO is a young alternative artist from Ashville, North Carolina. Shiki XO makes great music, and hopefully this video helps you learn a little more about this artist.
I think it's fucked up, everybody's so numb. I don't like to talk much, raise a plate on my tongue. Think I need a doctor, feel this shit in my lungs. Don't know who to call on, sick of all the fake love.
The first music Shiki XO grew up listening to was music that their parents enjoyed, bands such as The Strokes and The Cure. Around 8 or 9, Shiki XO began forming their own music taste, listening to bands such as Black Sabbath, Van Halen, and Rage Against the Machine. Eventually, Shiki was finding a lot of music through the internet, getting into hardcore punk and emo at the time. Shiki said around 12 years old they were dealing with a lot of personal issues and turned towards the internet as an escape. A couple early emo bands Shiki enjoyed include Rise Against and My Chemical Romance. A few early punk bands Shiki enjoyed include Minor Threat, Black Flag, and a lesser-known artist that goes by Pat the Bunny. Shiki said the band Bright Eyes is a favorite band, and their singer Conor Oberst is probably the single biggest influence on Shiki's music. When Shiki was only 13 years old, they began going to local underground punk shows. This led to Shiki joining a few different bands. Shiki said the bands mostly just practiced and played shows, but recorded a few DIY demos. Shiki had actually played guitar for a few years before this, but started to learn drums and bass due to bands often needing members on these instruments. Shiki had an interest in writing, but was too insecure to do vocals at the time. Shiki was homeschooled, so this whole alternative world was entirely new. Being homeschooled caused Shiki to graduate high school early and went on to college at only 16 years old. At some point in college, Shiki had a revelation that nothing made them feel the way that music did. This made Shiki want to take music more seriously. At this point, Shiki was recording one-take voice memos with just vocals and acoustic guitar. Shiki even went busking on the street from time to time. Shiki actually found Bones earlier on, around 14 years old, but after finding Lil Peep at 16, Shiki was really inspired by Peep. Shiki said that Peep's music was inspiring because Peep was writing about the things that Shiki wanted to write about, but never thought those types of lyrics could appeal to so many people, and was inspired by the way that the sad lyrics could still be fun to listen to and not kill the mood. After going through a rough breakup at 17, Shiki just said screw it and started putting music out under the name Shiki XO. Shiki said their dad practiced Zen Buddhism growing up, and that's where the name Shiki comes from. Shiki said the first connection they made in the SoundCloud scene was an artist known as Glasgow. Glasgow sent Shiki a DM after the first song Shiki released. Glasgow helped Shiki with mixing and even early music videos. Shiki's little brother would film clips on an Android phone and send them over to Glasgow for him to edit into a music video.
Hold me, I'm so weak, I'm lonely, only you would think you know me. Nosebleeds, I don't eat, I'm choking, make me bleed or make me holy.
Shiki had a few songs early on that got a couple thousand plays, but after their 2020 album titled 2007, Shiki started seeing success on a bigger scale. After the album 2007, Shiki moved to LA, at first just couch surfing around, but now has a stable living situation out there. While in LA, Shiki made a few more connections with artists in the scene. A few of these artists include XO, Skelly, Stargirl, and more. Being in LA with these gifted artists inspired Shiki to work harder, and the music improved a lot because of this. Currently, Shiki's two biggest songs are Eyes Wide Shut and Scars featuring Sachi 6. Shiki just released a song titled Jawbreaker. Shiki also did 2 shows recently back-to-back in New York City headlined by Sewer Person. Shiki just hopes to continue to find ways to communicate their emotions through art and keep improving. Shiki just wants their music to be able to help as many people as possible. It's great music and positive vibes. That's all for this video. Big shout out to CJ XO for the edit, and please subscribe for more mini documentaries on various underground artists.